Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. This is MrFlecha over here, and today we got an episode of more Knightage. Today I'll be presenting to you guys the Royal Bow, one of the really cool weapons that you can definitely use. And then I'll be using this with a loadout that does not include any legendary rune, just in case you guys want to refer back to this video, to this loadout, and then actually use this set. Of course, you can definitely change out Shadow Claw for persistent or out of stock. Both of them are really good. I just like Shadow Claw because you gotta understand a couple of things between the elements of the weapons. You gotta know what's the effect from the element, and then you also gotta know what's the passive. So for this one, at the element, its critical hit against marks are increased, and then pretty much the passive is the damage from it is gonna be increased. So that's something to keep in mind. That's why I have Shadow Claw, so I can keep my critical hits pretty much rate higher, and I can continue to do the critical hits more often. Anyways, guys, I'll be describing to you guys what are the perks that I think for this class is the best to be on the lookout for. It is really important, as I always mention in my videos, to read the description of your perks before going into a match. That way you guys upfront don't have to hold the perk, just click it because you already guys know about it. So that's pretty nice about studying a class and knowing which perk is really important as far as while you're progressing in a game. The first one I'm going to start mentioning out is going to be Puncher. You guys know this one from multiple classes, and it's just the piercing damage that it does. Keep in mind, guys, as I always mention, try to align yourself in a way where you can hit multiple targets with your basic attacks. Next one up is Opening Shot. It's another perk that goes between all the bows and staff. It's really nice because your first attack is going to do knockback and more damage. It is really important to keep in mind is keep moving, to keep resetting your timers on your shots, and then pretty much every single attack that you'll be doing, it will be Opening Shot. Next one up is Damage to Mark. Pretty much straightforward. Every time you mark the enemy, you're gonna do more bonus damage. In the blue category, we got Marky Mark. Pretty much every time you do critical hits, you got a chance to mark the enemy. So this is going to allow you to have more increased chances on having your critical hits, just because that's the effect from marking an enemy. Next up, we have In Your Sight, which this one is going to allow you to have more critical damage, which it can also stack up to 5 every single time that you're marking the enemy. Last but not least, in the blue category, we got Pouring Arrows. This one is really nice, which is going to increase your radius of your ability and also the damage that it does. I did have a couple of matches that I did encounter this perk, and every single time I use it, that circle is phenomenal. It's way higher. The damage does make a difference, so it is something to keep in mind. You can definitely see over there the ring of the circle that my character is pulling out in this match, so something to keep in mind. It is a really nice perk. Next up, in the purple categories, we only have 2 so far. Our weapon is on level 32, so we're going to be talking about just those 2, which is Pulsing Spikes and Caltrops. Caltrops, by me, this is my opinion, as I always mention to you guys, I do not necessarily like that perk, just because the fact that it only applies every single time you use your ability, and if the enemy steps on it, and then most likely if it's on a boss are just not gonna step on it just because they don't walk that much. So I preferably don't like a lot about Caltrops, but I do like about Pulsing Spike. Next one up is Pulsing Spike, which is pretty much pulsing elements. If you guys haven't checked that video out yet, make sure you guys definitely check it out. For me, it is so worth it every single time you are fighting in close range matches. And then last but not least, of course, the legendary perk, Feel the Quiver, which is really amazing if you do have the chance to get it. But fortunately, the chances of getting legendary perks are not really that high. But if you guys have a chance, of course, go for the legendary. That is going to be it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you got any question, definitely don't hesitate to reach me out. I'll always try to do my best for you guys. Make sure you guys stay tuned for more videos to come, and thanks for watching.